Gandhi is widely celebrated as the father of the nation and praised for his principles of ahimsa, satyagraha, and nonviolence. However, there is a less discussed side to his legacy. In 1896, during his time in South Africa, he referred to the natives as Kaffirs, a racist slur, claiming their purpose in life was to hunt by cattle and live in nakedness and indolence. Later, when imprisoned alongside the black natives, Gandhi expressed that Indians were superior to them and described their lifestyle as animal-like. Gandhi's actions also reflected a bias against certain symbols of Indian nationalism. He banned the song Vande Mataram, which had become a symbol of resistance during India's fight against British rule. Despite it being cherished by many, especially Bengalis, while he often presented himself as a proponent of unity, his actions indicated otherwise. He demanded Hindu refugees leave a mosque in Delhi and fasted until they complied, but remained silent when Hindus were brutally persecuted in Pakistan. In 1947, Gandhi even stated that if Muslims attacked Hindus, the latter should accept their death peacefully without resistance. His disdain for Hindu rulers like Shivaji Maharaja was evident when he banned the book Shivamani, which accurately portrayed the intolerance and violent expansionism of Islamic history. Gandhi's stance on violence and submission was disturbing. He once stated that if someone raped your sister, the proper response would be to fall at the attacker's feet and accept death. Gandhi's hypocrisy extended to his public statements and personal writings. While he condemned the caste system and untouchability in his English-language papers, he supported those very systems in Gujarat, showcasing his double-faced approach. This contrast between his public persona and private beliefs paints a more complex and at times troubling picture of his life and legacy. Gandhi's life and actions were marked by a series of contradictions that have led many to question the true nature of his legacy. While he preached the unity of Hindus and Muslims, promoting harmony and shared purpose, he simultaneously prevented his own son from marrying a Muslim girl, demonstrating a personal hypocrisy that undermines his public ideals. Gandhi also publicly denounced parliamentary politics and the railways, despite being a lawyer who had a vested interest in the legal system. Regularly used the railways to travel, and even advocated for the establishment of an Indian parliament. His rejection of these institutions, while benefiting from them, further highlights his contradictory nature. In his personal life, Gandhi's treatment of his wife Kasturba was similarly troubling. When she contracted pneumonia, Gandhi refused to allow her to take penicillin, believing that divine intervention would cure her. Tragically, she passed away. However, when Gandhi himself contracted malaria, he abandoned his own principles and accepted quinine, a drug he had once denounced as an alien treatment. This inconsistency in his application of his beliefs raises serious questions about his character and the sincerity of his actions. Gandhi's personal life was not without further controversy. His relationships with family members were also peculiar and raised eyebrows. He infamously slept naked alongside his grandniece, Manu, and his grandnephew's wife, Abba, as part of his experiments with celibacy and self-control. These actions, deeply troubling and inappropriate, further complicated the image of Gandhi as a saintly figure. His personal and private conduct, particularly in these instances, casts a shadow over his public persona and leaves many questioning the man behind the myth. Given these contradictions, many argue that Gandhi doesn't deserve to be called the father of the nation or to have his image immortalized on Indian currency. His views on various issues delayed India's path to independence, which many believe that had more assertive and pragmatic leaders like Netaji, Subhash Chandra Bose been in charge, India would have been in a much stronger position. Gandhi's refusal to work with Netaji within the Indian National Congress was partially rooted in his fear that Netaji would expose the more troubling aspects of Gandhi's character and leadership style, further highlighting the tensions and contradictions in his political and personal life. These unresolved contradictions continue to spark debates about the true legacy of Gandhi in the history of modern India.